the realities of life, play a role, no matter where you are in your business, in your career, your life. And just this notion of kind of self-improvement fatigue keeps coming up for me because I would love to say I'm a former perfectionist, but I don't really think that I am a former perfectionist. I still find myself constantly striving to do the best and to prove myself, whether I'm even proving myself to myself. I will stretch and try to go beyond and or beat myself up when I don't, right? And there has to come a point where you have to give yourself some room to breathe and permission for life to just be hard. And the crazy part is that I completely sign on to the fact that life is hard. There is no getting around that. And really what I think I have accepted the most recently was that, you just have to be grateful for the days that aren't hard. Like, just be excited, live in that moment fully, be very present in it, because it's not going to last. And I don't say that to be gloom and doom. I say that to protect myself from thinking I've done something wrong when the day is not going so great, like as if I didn't protect my energy or do enough to really, make the day go well, or for me to, be successful in whatever business task I was doing that day. And you just have to say, you know what, on the days that are really good, give thanks. Enjoy it, live it up, okay? Cheers to those days, because there are going to be some days that are harder that you're like, well, dang, like, am I doing anything right? Why do I feel this way? Why is life so hard? And that, I think, is where kind of the self-improvement fatigue comes in, because it's like, dang, I'm working so hard for things to go great, yet I still experience hard days, bad days, whatever. And you get to a point where it's like you just keep trying to make things perfect, make things go well. And that's just not how it works. And I'm actually okay with that now that I know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I know that there's no way to completely eliminate a bad day or a hard day from your life ever happening again, then you start to accept it, and you just can look at those hard days and bad days and really then, be even more grateful for the days that weren't so hard. And then even find some stuff that you can be grateful for that happened in the bad day, right? And honestly, so if I'm really trying to fix the bad day, like, now all of my energy, my time, and my focus goes towards, how can I make this feeling go away? How can I make, this day feel more pleasant like other days? What is it that I'm doing wrong? Is my thinking off or whatever? And that's fine. Do a self-check, self-reflect, see what maybe you can change. But there's always going to be something that you possibly could do better, good day or bad day. And so give yourself a break. And I'm speaking to myself, I believe, and hopefully you get something from this too. But I'm just grateful for all the great things that are happening, and just let the bad days be bad sometimes. Like, it's okay. It's fine. If life is still hard, even if you feel like you're blessed and in a good position and have so many great things going for you, how dare you feel like today is a bad day? It happens. It happens, and all will be well. Keep going. Just keep going is ultimately, I think, the best thing you can do. Just keep going. Do something else. Okay, fine. You did some self-reflection. What's next? What else needs to happen today for you to just keep going forward? Welcome to this segment of Who Do You Think You Are? I'm your host, Amber McDuffie, and I will be answering 5 rapid fire questions. Amber, are you ready? Yes. Question number 1, what is your favorite time of day? I would say my favorite time of day is midnight. So at midnight, I get this second wind, and all of a sudden, I'm just not tired anymore. And I really like to stay up late. Honestly, I'm a night owl. I've been that way since I was a very little kid. And so that has just transferred over to adulthood now that I don't have to wake up super crazy early in the morning. And so I do prefer to stay up late till about 2 a.m. and then wake up at about 9 a.m. What makes you angry? Bad customer service. I wish it did not bother me so much, because honestly, it's just, you can't control what other people do. But I do, like, if somebody is just not kind when they're supposed to be as their job, that just rubs me the wrong way. Sweet or savory? Mostly savory. So I usually like, for dinner, right? I prefer to get seconds than to get dessert, especially if it's like a holiday. But lately I have had a little bit of a sweet tooth. Twizzlers have been my thing. So candy, which is not good for you, but I would still say savory is my favorite thing. So more things that have the salt and the flavor versus just sweet. Window or aisle seat? Really, my answer is going to be window seat. I've always preferred to have that window seat so that I can kind of lean up against it if I'm tired and want to go to sleep. But lately, I really don't care. I'll sit in window, aisle, middle. I really don't care because I'm just happy to be going somewhere. Heels, flats, or sneakers? I'm going to say all three because it depends on where I'm going. If I'm going out with the girls, if it's girls' night, or even with my husband, I'm wearing heels. I almost don't even feel like I'm dressed appropriately if I don't have on heels, and that's just me. But on the day-to-day, regular, everyday, I'm usually wearing flats. And then I will wear sneakers if I am going to like a sporting event, or if I'm doing something where a lot of walking is going to be involved, like maybe, traveling to the airport. But even then, I almost prefer to have on flats. But I do have some nice sneakers that occasionally I will throw on, or if I'm working out. All right, good to know. Thanks for participating in Who Do You Think You Are? So earlier today, when I really was thinking about all of this was shortly right after one of my meditations, and I hopped on social media just to make some posts, about the program that I had open at the time, have open, which is the doable reach ads that sell. And I clicked on the button where you can just see like the people who've been, liking, engaging with your posts and who have recently followed you, all of that, where it just kind of gives you the report for that. And so when I clicked on it and I saw this girl who had recently followed me a couple days ago, looked at her page, and she had mentioned like her top post, and it wasn't a pinned post. It was something she had recently posted about just, hey, yes, self-love is a thing. Absolutely. Please love yourself. That's great. I'm glad you're on that journey. But that's not going to be the truth all the time. There's still going to be days and moments where it's hard to love everything about yourself. And I was like, girl, yes, this is literally what I was saying to myself moments ago. Thank you for saying it out loud. This is almost the confirmation that I'm on the right track, because now I can stop beating myself up about maybe not loving every single thing that I say, do, think, in every single moment. So I thought that was interesting that popped up. I was grateful for it. If nothing else, it was just, confirmation once again that I was on the right track with that. But I posted, I responded to her post with basically, girl, thank you. Yes, I was thinking about the same thing, blah, blah, blah. And so literally, because I'm at this point on her profile page, I hop off of it and go back to my home page. And the very first ad that I see, so there were maybe like 2 posts, maybe a reel, maybe 2 reels, and then an ad. And the ad was about like an event with, basically about self-love and how to go forward with your life and, make decisions. Maybe you're having difficulty with making decisions. It referenced self-love in some way, like just kind of letting yourself be in a position to do that. But my point is so the girls whose page I was on, she was about, she was a career coach, right? About making decisions to take the next step in your career, whatever. And then of course I had made a post on her page, and I had even kind of, obviously I mentioned the stuff about self-love, and this event that I saw an ad for was so closely tied to all of that. Okay. Even though it wasn't necessarily in my lane of, what I'm trying to do right now in terms of, going to an event like that. But my point of mentioning this is how quickly that algorithm, for their ads responded to that. So with the iOS 14 changes that came, it really made it difficult for Facebook to really collect data if you left their platform and to know what your interests are. So now it's like immediately they're like, oh, so you like that post, or you like somebody with this type of profile. And she had maybe 1,800 followers on her page, but it was enough to feed their algorithm to say, oh, you are interested in pages like that. So it literally reads everything, on their platform, especially. On her profile, I had literally just typed it. I had just visited her page, just typed it, and now I'm immediately being fed an ad. And so they're like, hey, we want to catch our hottest prospects who right now is thinking about this. And while I don't know what type of ad that is, there's no way for me to know that, because even through analytics or the Facebook ads library, it's not going to tell you what type of ad someone else is running. All you can see is the actual ad content and where they're showing the ad. But my gut tells me it was a conversion ad, right? So they're trying to find the hottest people who right now is thinking about this, who right now can we snatch up. And so in a way that is, it's really good for advertisers, because they know that someone who's thinking along these lines, who's currently actively engaging with accounts like that, we want to put this in front of them and see if they like it. Now, I continue to scroll a little bit and I didn't see any more ads like that, which is also good, because then they take the hint. Okay, well, we were just trying it out. We were just seeing if this is something that you liked. And had I maybe clicked through to the landing page, they would have assumed that yes, I am still currently a hot prospect. But because I didn't do anything further with it and there was nothing else about my profile that would show that, they moved on and continued to show me ads like they normally do. But that was just an interesting tidbit that I wanted to add, is that with Facebook ads, they really do put your content in front of the most relevant, the hottest people, and they're at least going to test it out. They're at least going to try it out to see maybe this person is ideal for you because they are currently actively engaging in this type of thinking. You know, they're making posts about it, they're engaging with accounts that are like it. And so it really is worthwhile to give Facebook ads a try if you have not done that yet, because the algorithm really knows how to put your content in front of the right people.